We are grooving. We're going to hit 1.5 and we're going to sail way past. And while we do, I think it's important to take time to remember why we're doing this and tell you a little bit about Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders, or MSF, is an international medical humanitarian aid organization that works in over 70 countries around the world, providing life-saving medical humanitarian care and speaking out about what they see in those areas. Their work aids people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. MSF relies mainly on the generosity of individual donors, with over 90% of MSF's income coming from private donors giving small amounts. And to give you an idea of what that means, did you know that for $1,000, MSF can purchase 3 emergency surgical sets that are compact and easy to carry into remote settings? And $5,000 can purchase a year of improved frontline antiretroviral therapy for 33 patients with HIV. All of this money is going to an absolutely fantastic cause. So not only are we doing some very phenomenal gameplay, we are raising money for a very phenomenal cause. We have $500 from an anonymous donor. As a tech worker from a rural state, I've seen the difference between what trans people go through in different situations. An affirming work-life environment is a night and day difference. I am happy to support MSF's goal of providing accessible healthcare for all. Thank you for that incredibly generous donation, Anonymous. And it looks like we're ready. And chat, I hope you're ready. If you're not ready, you may learn it right now. Performing for you, Storks and Apes and Crocodiles, a Kaizo SMW mod by none other than the legendary Morso SuperBen. SuperBen, the stage is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. No. As you mentioned, I am SuperBen, and I'll be running Storks and Apes and Crocodiles by Morsel. This is a Super Mario World fan game, and it's going to be a real fun time. With me on the couch, we have ThirdWall and Amethyst. ThirdWall, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I am ThirdWall. I have also run Storks and Apes and Crocodiles and Amethyst.
Hi, I'm here. I played Storks a couple times. I am a known person who has opinions on the video game, yes.
All right, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Okay, we're going to be ready to get started here, so I'll count us down. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the intro screen here, instead of playing this, you could be reading Candide, a book in another language by Volunteer telling you cultivate your garden, and that is a reference to a wonderful article written about Pangaea Penga, another member of this community.
Kind of making a formative article.
Yeah, a short little article about he could be doing so much better than playing blindfolded SMW.
Shout out to Mike Boss, who apologized later for that article.
So the first jump of this game is notoriously difficult. It's honestly one of the most difficult jumps in the entire game, and it's very easy to death cycle there a bunch of different times. Level 1 generally is a lot easier than the rest of the game, with the exception of that jump, and then a couple jumps on these slopes here at the very end as well, which are very, very difficult.
Definitely happy to get through that first jump in only a few tries. That feels nice.
Yeah. The first couple, I know a good number of people start this game and get through the first couple levels, and they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. Then they get walled by the third level. It's great. It happens like every single time someone starts this game.
Yep, the third level is definitely a very big spike of difficulty in this.
But the first 2 levels, pretty good. Pretty chill.
Yeah,
comparatively. Besides first jump.
Got a little bit of the GDQ nerves going. We're okay. We're going to get through this.
Thankfully, the first few levels are also quite short.
Yeah.
So a few deaths here and there wouldn't be a big deal.
Nice.
And that's the whole thing.
All right, we're clear. Shaking the rust out. Ready to go. All right, so we have the classic morsel text box. And Amethyst, do you wanna read this out when we hit this?
Yes.
All right.
You may learn it. If I am a slide and I catch the falling man, I may carry him in the slide.
Morsel is so good with words.
So that's the classic telling you that you can slide down and catch that bomb and go with them. But actually, you don't even need to do that. You can just get P speed, and you don't even need to do the little slide text. So, not a very useful text box, I guess.
I think that's a reference to Luigi's Adventure. Which, you know, Morsel is very cultured, so.
And you can tell he's cultured because he uses steep slopes in his levels.
Yeah, everybody loves slopes.
Yeah, Bone Trestle.
The music selection for this game is excellent.
For the most part.
For the most part.
With a few standout exceptions.
With like 2 major exceptions. We'll get there.
All right. Oh, I almost went too slow there, but we're okay.
Nice one cycle at the end.
Nice job.
Ooh, all right, so we can start to pick it up now after that level. So this first half of level 3, I'm going to go for a couple speed strats. So expect a few deaths, but we're gonna go for it. So the first one, about midway through, I'm going to try to spawn some ball and chains a bit early and skip a cycle. And then after that, we're gonna try to do what they call fast door, where you skip a flame bounce. So let's see how it goes.
Hey, we want to talk about these beetles. Do they have questionable hitboxes? Let's say questionable.
Oh no.
They're a little odd. They're a little odd. They're definitely a little odd.
Yeah, you definitely see the odd hitboxes in the last few jumps of this level for sure.
The other notable thing about this level is it's a vertical level, and vertical levels in Super Mario World tend to have giant spawn issues and weird camera things that happen that do not work consistently sometimes. So you really have to understand like the exact way you want to jump to get the camera to scroll the right way to spawn the enemies you want to get the strats that you're going for. It can be quite frustrating when you're doing it the first time.
If anyone's donating per death, you might want to just empty your bank account now, because there's going to be a few in this run.
It's a very, very difficult game.
Yeah, we got Bloody Tears. It's a easy listening port, played by Louis, who is good at everything.
Of course it's by Louis.
Louis, who's good at literally every aspect of Super Mario World.
All right, you got it.
Nice door.
Second half is a bit easier.
This is the first of many hallways of doom in this game. A morsel classic.
Yes. Always of a certain quality.
We'll get there with the Yoshi level.
So this whole section, you're just escorting that one beetle all the way through to the end. Very
Got
smooth.
escort levels. GG.
All right, feeling better now. So this next level, Morsel is kind enough to give you a star, but not kind enough to make the star actually protect you from anything. So
that's why he's actually dodging the fish. The fish will kill you. The spikes will kill you. The only thing that won't kill you is the munchers at the very end.
yeah, I'll do one attempt for the little fast finish of this, and if I fail it, then that's weird. If I fail it, then I'll do the slow method.
I appreciate that he was able to make a fast water level.
Yeah. This is a good water level. It's very fast paced. I think there is a stereotype of water levels sometimes that they're a little slower, boring.
There's some really difficult cycles in this half of the level, especially towards the end. The last two can be pretty finicky. There's a little bit of spawn dependency on a couple of the fish, so you actually have like 3 or 4 different patterns that you have to understand and read which one. this
one-
hallway in particular.
There's one pattern I don't want, and it's the one that I got.
This,
so
this is
that's
the
great.
bad pattern. Yep.
Yeah, that.
Alright, we're
Oh
fine,
god.
we're
Yeah,
fine.
that pattern. Oh, this
Oh,
pattern.
and
Oh.
unlucky. It's okay.
Also, those quick pipes have a tendency to eat your swim inputs if you hit them slightly too early on the way out. So you have to kind of hesitate a little longer than feels comfortable.
Just be less good.
Just be a little less good. This feels like good pattern to me. Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
good
much
pattern.
better.
That's good.
There we go.
And,
Oh, and
just
there's-
what ThirdWall
and-
talked about.
Commentator's curse.
All right. This hasn't been the cleanest run so far, but you know we're gonna do okay. It's gonna be fine.
Can I hop in with a quick donation?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go for it.
We have $100 from Sprite Guard. All my love to the Kaizo community, my home on Twitch. Y'all have filled my life with joy in ways I can't even explain, and always welcomed me even though I don't even play the games at all. You matter.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that.
Hey, Sprite Card.
That pipe death is one of the reasons I don't run this game anymore.
I haven't had that pipe death in so long. Getting twice
I
in a
know.
row, wow.
I feel like I was the only person that really had like the big issues with that. There we go.
All right.
Nice.
Let's get out of there. Wow.
Yeah. GG.
All right, thanks. And this next one is definitely a challenge, especially the second half. There's some really hard timing of the flames we call potable.
This is generally one of people's favorite levels in this game, though. It's a very fast-paced, flashy, fun level
Yeah, this level rules.
with a lot of different thwomps going directions that they generally shouldn't be going. This last jump's pretty hard to time out as well.
Yeah, I got a visual cue now, so it feels a little easier.
Second half, definitely a little bit tighter with the inputs
Yeah.
that you have to do.
Yeah.
Some of these flames are just so hard to time.
In particular, the very last one is is very difficult. You have to spawn it at the right time and then get the jump.
I thought I had that one. I really think I
was
deserved
close.
that one.
Yep, that's the one.
That one is physically painful, actually.
Yeah,
Yes.
I thought I did that right. I was robbed.
Such a fun, flashy level, though.
There we go.
There you
Nice.
go. Nice.
Nice recovery. Boss
I'm gonna go
time.
for the quick hit here, but I'm really bad at it, so I'm not gonna try that again.
This is one of a few shorter boo boss fights in the hack. There are a couple easier fights, and then one fight towards the very end that is much more difficult that you'll be seeing shortly.
Yeah.
Boo boss or boost.
Boost. Swag.
Missed it.
Nice.
Terrible
Hey, you
spot.
got half. That's
But
half
it's okay.
swag.
Yeah. Hate to see your run in like that, Ben. I'm sorry.
Yeah, gotta start over. Reset. All right, so classic level here with the Yoshi.
Of this level.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about the hallway?
So there's a hallway of switches which you are supposed to hit with your head, and they are lined up one next to the other. And there's a function in this game where you can hit 2 blocks with your head at the same time. So you're going at a very fast speed forward, and you have no control over your speed. And you have to jump and time the jumps so you do not double hit the switches. Which is funny because later in the game, there's another hallway that looks exactly like this where the double hit is disabled. So it is an intentionally left-in thing that you have to avoid, and it's
Yeah.
quite awful.
Merciful creator.
Merciful. Yeah, at least they took it out later. This is one of my favorite messages.
Yeah, go for
Yoshi,
it. ThirdWall.
you see, Mario, with great teamwork, we both came through safely. Let's stick together from now on in our adventure.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
tight.
that's
What do you think?
nice.
Yeah,
No, it's so touching.
That's really
That's-
cool.
That's really
Aw.
nice. All right. Well,
Oops.
Well.
All right.
See ya.
See you. Yeah. Actually, this is a good time for a donut. We're about to go into a little puzzle, so Dr. No, take it away if you've got any.
Oh, you better believe I do. We have $50 from Chambo. SuperBen or SuperBen? Either way, this man is a god at Kaizo and an inspirational speedrunner. So great to see him on the GDQ stage repping the SMW community with this dope Storks run. Crush it, brother.
Ew, Chambo. From my home, we born in pretty much the same place, so good to hear from you, Chambo.
We have another $50 from GlitchCat7. Kaizo Mario has had a huge impact on my life. Amazing mods are released all the time, and players with unbelievable skills continue to achieve amazing things. Good luck, SuperBen and Mr. Mighty Mouse.
Yo, Glitchcat. Thanks so much.
I still, to this day, do not know if this is the intended way to do this.
I was gonna say, like, I've asked a couple people if they know what the potential intended solution for this is, and no one has been able to give me an answer.
So the gimmick here is it doesn't matter which power-up you choose. You can choose either the Fire Flower or the Cape, and you can make this work with both. But I've only ever seen the Cape, and I do not believe this is the way that it was intended to work.
I don't think it was either. I did see one other method, but I don't know if that was the intended method either, so who knows?
Time for one more quick donation.
Yeah, do a quick one.
How about a $2,500 donation from an anonymous donor?
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, thanks, Anonymous.
Thank you so much, Anonymous. And real quick, before you get started with Sticky Keys, we are less than $2,000 away from 1.5 million.
Wow.
Let's get it.
That's awesome. This is the first instance of questionable music in this game.
Hey, let's talk about the clown music. Okay, so this section is really hard for people the first time they play it. So they're usually listening to this song for like 2 to several hours.
Nice
It
skip over
doesn't-
the mushroom there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for one more skip here. Okay, we're fine.
Whoop, whoop. I've never seen that before. That is heart-wrenching.
All right.
There's a lot of one cycles and slight optimizations in this level, but the very difficult part is at the end where you have to avoid a fishing boo and a reskinned Phanto from Super Mario World 2, and it is quite a thing the first time you do it.
We're just about to get there, so let's go.
Is this the most recent version?
Yes,
It is. In the most recent version, fishing boo doesn't turn, which makes it quite a bit more consistent.
All right, easy. That was,
Nice.
you know,
Nice.
with how bad a lot of the other levels went, that was a really clean sticky keys. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited about that.
Yeah, very nice.
All right, so
Sticky. Nice sticky key.
yeah, well, thanks. So we're coming into Cape. This will be a little preview of Mr. Mighty Mouse's run up next. Nothing like the difficulty he's gonna face. So
Yeah, the gimmick of this level is you can only spin fly. Normal flight has been disabled, and it's basically just a long memory test with one very tight, difficult jump to save a little bit of time at the end. This is probably a good time for another donation or two. It's short, but you might be able to get one in.
$25 from Atakiri. Always love GDQ and have loved the runs I've seen. Love from Japan, and wish me luck on the PS5.
I always loved that he used the Lion King background for this. It's a very nice aesthetic in this level.
Marcel really likes that Lion King background.
It's a good look.
In
it's a nice
a few
background.
sections of this game.
These are also the most useful guidance coins in the game. They definitely help. Yeah, this last bit's a little bit tight.
I almost missed it there. We're good though.
Yeah, nice turn back.
All right, let's go. Looks like we're within $1,000 of 1.5 mil. Sorry to stomp on your field there, Dr. No, but getting close.
Yo, stomp away.
So the gimmick of this level is these grab blocks that are vanilla, but when you grab them, you get this giant floaty jump. The problem with this level is you can just basically go over the whole thing and ignore most of the obstacles. So once you get above the screen, you pretty much just stay above the screen the entire level.
Yeah, it might be time for a quick dono if you have any more, just because Mario's off screen, so.
Absolutely. We have $50 from Pixel Griffin. Rest in peace, Yoshi. You will be missed. And another $50 from Mario X18. Love SGDQ and working from home has made it able for me to watch almost all of it. Sleeping is healthy. Anyway, can we see some spins in the chat for Mario?
They had to have a block through these net areas, or you'll die.
That's another morsel stable obstacle. Nets that require holding an item to stay alive.
Oh, I died at the end. Okay, that was unfortunate. That's a big time lost. But I even played it safe, and I even let the pipe show up, and I still messed it up.
See, now you got to go for off-screen pipe.
Yeah, I guess I gotta. Oh man, that hurt. That one hurt. It's a long, slow level. Climb back.
Lost spin.
Alright.
This, the previous level, and the next level are all such a breath of fresh air once you get out of sticky keys, though.
They're all very good.
Even taking like a long death at the end of this feels better than any death you take in sticky keys. Nice.
Okay, we're free.
We out.
The next level is my personal favorite in the run.
I think my favorite's probably Fireflower, actually.
Fireflower is a good one too.
This is definitely a fan favorite for the viewer.
It's a very unique level.
Yeah, we're gonna be flying real fast.
So these platforms are moving way faster than you normally can, and they preserve Mario's momentum. So you can just get these crazy fast jumps. The very last trick of this is also quite difficult. You have to throw a shell up in a one-tile gap, and going at this like very, very fast speed, and you have to do it very precisely.
Here we go. All right, first try. Let's go.
Nice.
Easy. And this is the second of many boosters. I like to think that that's Dilbert.
Shout out to Dilbert.
Gilbert creator, a little problematic, but you know.
Hey, Gilbert is fine, probably.
Well, now I just feel bad.
All right.
Can I read a quick donation in the interest of fairness?
Yeah.
Go for
We
it.
have a $50 donation from Master Tank that just says, Yoshi got what he deserved.
Two types of people.
Interesting view.
So this level, the gimmick is ropes that convey you, and if you have a D-pad that is suboptimal, this level is actual torture.
Yeah.
It's super difficult, and you have to be very, very precise with the way you grab the rope and let go of the up button or down button. Otherwise, you will re-grab the rope, and it's very easy to take deaths that way.
That wasn't a controller problem. That was just me being a little dumb. But yeah, I got like 2 extra controllers on the ready just in case for this level.
Yeah, and the first half is quite long too. The next few levels are all a step up in difficulty as well from the ones before. There's definitely a curve to the difficulty in this hack.
Storks is besides the big spike in the 3rd level, I think it's got a pretty reasonable
Yeah.
curve.
And the spike just before the last level.
Yes.
Nice fast strat at the end.
Fast finish, all right. So going into my favorite level, the Fire Flower.
I have an update.
Yeah.
We have passed $1.5 million raised for Doctors Without Borders.
Woo! Let's go.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone who is watching and everyone who is donating. Let's keep this train going.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, chat. Doctors Without Borders, GDQ. This is so great. All right,
So the gimmick of this. Oh,
yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead, ThirdWall.
So the gimmick of this level, if you can't see, are these coins that you turn into blocks you can stand on by hitting them with fireballs. And a lot of the shots are actually very precise. And the P-switch timers are very tight, especially in the second half. Yeah, so at the very end of this level, there's a few chucks that you have to kill. And you have to hit the fire button 5 times in a row, and you have to mash it in a way that the human hand is not made to do. I don't know how you do it, SuperBen, but the way that I did it was literally neutraling my left hand off of the D-pad and then hitting Y and X simultaneously with my 2 thumbs.
That's
just
what I
like
do.
that. Yeah, so you, it's really silly.
Everyone loves mashing in
and-
the Super Mario World.
Also, at the end there, you see how Mario slid down? It's actually interesting. If Mario sometimes slides and sometimes doesn't, and if he doesn't slide, it saves 2 seconds. Fun fact.
So this level, you can spawn grab blocks by holding the run button and hitting the L or R button, and you have to use them to get through these nets. It's got a very nauseating camera when you play it, but it's actually quite a fun section once you get it down.
This is also probably my worst level in the game, so we might be here a little while.
I like this level. Probably not great in the speedrun, but
At least the music is good.
I think this one and the airship are my favorite.
I like the second half of this level in the speedrun, but it's because there's actually a lot of cool one cycles and fast strats that you can do to optimize it. Whereas this half, you just kind of have to go through and just do the stuff.
There's a fast strat right here we're going to go for.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Not bad, not bad.
So this level has, the second half has a similar gimmick, but now you're dodging these mushrooms and then also making your way down with these thwomps and a few chucks as well. A little bit of blindness, but once you learn the way to do it, it's not too bad. There's also a very complicated thing you have to do to kill this thwomp, which unfortunately he wasn't able to do, that has to do with sprite slots. Very exciting.
Yeah, I didn't even try to take up that strat. I just accepted that I have to kill him the slow way.
Yeah, there's some very, very specific spawning and despawning you have to do to actually get the thwomp to die. Nice.
That bonefish jump is so tight.
Oh, it's so much worse than it looks.
And also sometimes when you run into the chuck at the end, you will just die. If you spawn
great.
them just like slightly early.
That's
Instead
great.
of, instead of what.
die. How do you just die? It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And then you die.
And then you die.
All right, so this one is, we can go through those dolphins just like that. And we're just...
Now you
Sorry, go ahead, ThirdWall.
now you have a friend dolphin.
Yeah. Protect the dolphin from the Aussies.
Yoshi
Yeah,
is very
so-
hungry.
So he follows you basically just underneath you wherever you go, and the Yoshis will eat him. And so you, well, most of the time you don't want the Yoshis to eat him until you do.
Yeah, these Yoshis you don't want to feed, but there's one particular Yoshi you do.
So right here at the end, you'll get a bunch of dolphins, but you can't get through that gap unless you only have one dolphin. So we feed all but one,
Ooh.
and then we're good.
Nice.
Look nice. Yeah.
Second half of this level is just one long memory test. This is another morsel staple.
One long memory test and doors that sometimes don't let you in.
This level, this section does not spark joy. I have a terrible memory.
I really enjoy this. I genuinely enjoy this section.
with all things morsel, once you know what to do, it's fine. It's not knowing what to do is the bad part.
Yes, learning can be quite difficult.
That goes for literally anything morsel has ever made, ever. So
This next level coming up is actually another one of my favorites in the speedrun because there are some very, very flashy one-cycle strats to this as well. It's these very, very fast smashing skewers. But if you go under this first one, you can do a turn back, go through, and then the whole thing just lines up and it just feels really good to do.
Yeah, this level actually had a viral TikTok recently that said this should not be possible by humans. Shoutouts to the Purple Eagle. But I love this level. It's really, really cool.
How clickbaity should not be possible by humans.
Nice, very
solid.
Nice.
And you don't actually have to fight this boss the intended way. You can just drop a block and stop the wing block there, and you can just kind of hang out on the left. You never have to dodge the skewer.
Until the end.
Till the very end. Because it will despawn. Nice.
Right. That was a clean skewer level.
Definitely a very satisfying level to watch done like smoothly.
Yeah, that was great. Where should
Yeah, so this is an auto-scroller, so probably a good time for a donut. We got any more, Dr. No?
We certainly do. We have a $500 donation from Kaizo Water Level. Would you like water levels more if every time you beat one, you got a $500 donation?
I would probably be playing Waterworld.
I was gonna say, is that Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
That's like, oh, is that you? Speak to me. How many green beans am I holding?
We have a $25 donation from Kaigum. Always glad to catch SMW Kaizo at GDQ. An extra $25 if you one-shot the RNG Castle checkpoint or one-shot the Boo Boss.
Wow.
$50 for both.
Ooh.
No pressure.
All right, I was actually going to say, I'm going to donate $100 after this run, but I'll make it 200 if I one-shot RNG Castle.
We have a $50 donation from DRX Mario. GDQ is what first introduced me to SMW Kaizo, and the community has been so great. Huge thanks to all the organizers and runners.
I was secretly hoping that you didn't one-shot RNG Castle just so chat gets to listen to the wonderful Zero Wing music for longer than a couple minutes.
Oh yeah. That is some classic music in this hack. But we're not there yet.
So the really difficult part of this level is coming up. So all the bosses up to this point have been relatively simple. This one, if you miss the one shot, becomes very difficult very quickly. So hopefully you'll get the one shot and we won't be stuck fighting Lummy for a couple minutes. The one cycle is not too bad, but if you miss it, it can be a huge loss. Very
fine.
Clean.
In my practice, I was failing that over and over again, and I was really nervous about it because you can go on a real death spiral if you miss the one shot.
It's a very classic Storks speedrun. Death spiral is in Lummy.
All right, so who wants to explain RNG Castle?
Amethyst, would you like to take it?
Sure. RNG Castle is kind of what it sounds like on the tin. There are 4 sets of 4 different sections. The last section being a Reznor boss with a pool of, how many is it? 4 each?
Yeah,
4 each. So 16 total rooms.
Yeah.
And
But you
to
only
beat,
have to do 4.
Yeah, you have to beat 4 in a row, and if you die in any of them, you're back to the start, and you got to do another 4.
And the room 3s are all very difficult except for 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have the 8-second loop of Zero Wing screeching in your headphones the entire time. It's great.
This level
Okay.
regularly takes people 8 to 10 hours on their first playthrough. So just imagine listening to this music over and over again for 8 to 10 hours.
So I've seen so many playthroughs of people just put on their own music.
Yeah, I did.
I
So
did
this
not.
is-
I listened to this music for 10 hours.
So that was not the room 3 I wanted. That's the hardest room 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, that's a hard room 3.
So rip the one-shot RNG Castle dream, but we get to see some more rooms.
I think getting to see a couple room 3s will be good. There's a few of them that are quite difficult. The one that you hope for is the one with the chucks. If you see the chucks, you're in good shape. Chucks, I think ice is probably the fastest of the rooms, but it's definitely not the safest.
Yeah. So I love this room, even though it's one of the harder room 2s. It's really
This is my favorite room too, also.
This is a fun room. This is a fun room. The thing about RNG Castle is this is probably one of the most infuriating levels I've ever played because the individual rooms are actually quite fun, but the experience of having to sit there for 8 hours and having to replay the same ones over and over again until you beat 4 in a row is a thing.
Yeah.
It's a really cool level, and I've seen like a lot of really cool levels inspired by this. And
There's some very, very fast strats in this room, but they're also very difficult, and you have to have some really particular visual cues. So I go for the safe strats in this room, the ones that you just went for.
this is the only room I've never beaten.
So that's a difficult room.
Well, this is the best Reznor fight.
Good
Yeah,
Reznor.
this is the most ideal Reznor. Nice.
All right,
Good Reznor.
we out of there. Okay, so
On-
next, yeah, go ahead, ThirdWall. You can explain the Boo
No.
Boss.
Yeah, I feel like this might be a nice focus area for you. So this is a 15-hit Boo Boss with a stage that changes after various amounts of hits. So after the first 2 hits, that shell will turn into a disco shell. And then you'll get another hit, and then clouds will come up, and you'll have to dodge thwomps that spawn from the other side of from each side of the screen. So it starts on the left, and then it'll be from the bottom up, I think, and then both. Bottom up, right? Yeah, cool. And then you'll have to go back to the shell for a hit, I believe, and then it goes back up, and you have to dodge thwomps. It's just an entire ordeal, this fight. It's very, very long. It's like 1.5 minutes. It's super satisfying to beat and really, really fun in my opinion.
So
Would
I,
he be?
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
I took my
Oh,
hit
I was-
early there, and I normally probably would have just taken the intentional death, but just for Kaigum, I'm gonna try to play it out.
I found that it's almost easier to do it small.
Almost.
Almost.
This boss rules. I don't know if you'd expect me to say that after my critique of RNG Castle. This is like one of my favorite kinds of bosses. of all
I'm
time.
shocked.
This rules.
I do really like this fight. The thing that I like about this fight is it's mostly very consistent too. The only thing that's not consistent about this fight is sometimes the thwomps will spawn slightly earlier or slightly later
Yeah.
because they're on global timers as opposed to being on a timer with the level. So they will just come very late and you just have to know. Like that was a really late spawn.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky. I barely survived that, but yeah, the thwomps are really the only. I wouldn't say the only hard part, but certainly the only like inconsistent part.
Inconsistent. Yeah, the only thing about this that is inconsistent. Everything else is determinative. You can learn it.
You may learn it.
You may learn it.
But yeah, it's too bad I didn't keep the mushroom for the whole time. You can do a nice little fast strat at the end, which I won't get to do, but.
But
Still,
you will get to one-shot it.
That was the one
Yo,
shot.
GG. What
Nice
a
going.
gamer.
So good.
Absolutely incredible.
All right, so we're into the final level with like 8 sections, but final level nonetheless. So yeah, this has been super fun, and I'm so proud that we got to the 1.5 million.
Yeah, that's amazing. The gimmick behind this level is you can change your jump type in midair. So if you are spinning, you can change it to not be spinning, and you can change to be spinning as well, just by hitting A or B respectively. This is the first level of this type, but it was not the last level of this type. It's a very popular mechanic now.
Yeah. This is still probably one of my favorite motor skills levels. It's the first and probably my favorite. Still.
Every room is quite difficult. I think room 2 and room 4 in particular are really hard. The third room has a few jumps that are very tight as well, but it's just a really, really tough level at the end of the run.
Yeah, room 2, it's just those jumps right there at the end where I just died. That's the real tough section here.
This has some jamming music though.
I love music.
Do we have time for a couple quick donations?
Yeah, go for it.
We have a $25 donation from Suzu Shiro that says, "Take off every zig, move zig. You know what you're doing for great justice."
You can go for one more.
Sure. We have $25 from Cam Ewing. Storks is further proof that Yoshi is an invasive species.
Yeah, what's going on, Cam?
Cam.
Yeah, okay, so we got through room 2. Room 3 really only has, I think, one kind of janky part right at the end. Sometimes this spike ball that you hit, you can get too much height and hit those spikes there, and that sucks, but didn't happen, so it's great.
Very smooth. There's quite a spike in room 4 as well. Room 4 is very difficult.
Yeah, room 4 is a lot.
Yeah, especially one particular jump. All right, so we're gonna do the little cheese strat here. Got it. All right.
Nice. Gosh.
This up throw right there is very difficult to time. And then boost.
Boost.
We get boost in chat.
Boost.
Clean room 4. Let's go.
Nice
All right.
room 4.
Now we're
Nice.
into some boosts.
So this is another, I think it's 5 rooms that you have to do, and you have to do them all consecutively. And again, the first time you play this, you generally beat one and then die instantly in the next room and get transported back to the beginning. I really like this fight in the speed run though. It's really fun.
It's fun.
And the last one.
Well, I had to keep it going a little longer. We weren't ready to be done yet.
Yeah, no,
quite.
I'm having fun.
The message box at the start of this level says now play motor skills forever. So I think you're just respecting the creator's wishes,
That's right.
honestly.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because the RNG Castle feels like the actual end of the ROM hack, and then you get like a bonus level. Here you
Yeah,
are. But you have to
definitely.
play to get credits. Nerd.
Oh my god. Oh. I poofed the shell. I poofed the shell. It's never happened before. First time ever GDQ. All right. I know I'm just stalling for time here. I don't want to give up the stage. Let's get this over with.
Sandbagging for content.
That's right.
Oh, only one of those turn blocks has a P-switch in it, and the first time you play this, you have to find it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
guess. Just know. Why don't you know already?
I'm gonna have to do this slow now. All right, third time's the charm. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
But don't forget to hit
Don't
the A
forget.
button.
All right,
If you...
and we're gonna come up on time now. Time. Let's go.
Nice.
GG.
Great work, Ben.
Yeah.
That was a good run.
Yeah, thanks so much. That was a ton of fun, and some things didn't go as smooth as I hoped, but came in like 9 minutes under estimate, so I'm feeling good.
Honestly, it's a ridiculously difficult run, and kudos to you for pulling it off in a marathon setting. It's nuts to me, honestly.
Yeah, thanks so much, ThirdWall. And thank you for joining and commentating. Shout out to ThirdWall, shout out to Amethyst. Thank you both so much for joining. I wanted to give a couple shout outs. I want to shout out Grand Pooh Bear. It was watching him play Kaizo at GDQ that first got me into this, so shout out to GDQ as well. Pooh is an inspiration to a lot of the members of this community, and just thank you for being part of it. Shout out to Morsel for creating this game. Some other great creators, Chris G, Barbarous King, Pangea Panga, and Valdio. There's tons more. They're just the ones that I had wanted to give a special shout out to. Some communities that I love: Papa Nug, P Miller, RB Pimlico, Nintendesi, and a million more in the Kaizo community that I hang out in. Shout out to LinkedIn for kind of creating the speedrun in the beginning. Shout out to Elusive, Zanian, Darkanine, Stu, all great runners of this game and friends of mine. And this has been awesome. It's been such a fun time. Shout out to so many more people, but I just only have so much time. Anyone you want to shout out, ThirdWall?
I think you pretty much covered it. I want to shout out you again for doing this, and everyone for donating. It's amazing that we made it to $1.5 million. That's incredible.
Yeah. So great.
Amethyst.
Shout outs to Haimari and Anikiri for inspiring Morsel and bringing us all here today.
Shout outs to Amethyst Cat, whose name is also Morsel.
I love my cat.
All right, Dr. No, anything else?
If you were curious, I believe your time was a 40:25.
Awesome. Very happy with that.
Not bad.
All right. Well, that's it for me, and thank you so much.
Holy cow. Thank you so much, SuperBen, for that mind-blowing run of Storks. And thank you, ThirdWall and Amethyst, for providing some very, very insightful and illuminating couch commentary for a very, very influential Kaizo game. We have a $25 donation from Kaigam, bounty on the Boo Boss as promised. Congrats, SuperBen, and good luck, Mr. Mighty Mouse, on Let's Give Up. And I think we can sum this all up with a $25 donation from DRX Mario that just simply says, stonks. All right. We are not done with the Kaizo block, but we need to take a bit of a stretch break. We need to hydrate. We need to get ourselves in order. And I suggest you do the same. We are going to take a couple seconds to take care of our hydration and our stretching, but do not go anywhere. We will be right back.